And it's better. They made enhancements that they started last week and they continued through the weekend. I heard from a couple of friends who did get through finally over the weekend. So if you've been trying and haven't had any luck, you may want to try again. If you want that tool, that online app, just text the keyword cash to 1-800-655-MIKE and we'll send it back to you. The link is now, they said it's getting better. And it is. Everybody's trying. Most people have a good faith effort to try. They're doing their best. We had a rough week last week, I think last week was the turning point where we realized that we're definitely going to be in this for a longer haul than we thought. States are having to make a big decision this week when they're going to start ending this lockdown, the sort of stay-at-home stuff. And of course, there are plenty of people who are bad faith actors in this. Nancy Pelosi released a video today endorsing Joe Biden. And I mean, not a big surprise other than the fact that she's using the pandemic. She's using coronavirus. This is their last stand. This is their last chance, they think, to take President Trump out politically. They truly believe that the coronavirus is going to be a winning formula for them in November.
I'm proud to endorse Joe Biden for president, a leader who is the personification of hope and courage, values, authenticity, and integrity. We will deliver bold progress for the people when we have President Joe Biden in the White House.
Sure we will. He's the guy to lead us to the promised land. He'll be right on top of it. He'll be sharp. He'll be focused. He'll be energetic. He will be able to lead us. And that's what she's saying now, is that he'll be able to lead us out of the pandemic. Joe Biden and his administration. It's really kind of disgusting to watch the politicization of every aspect of this by some people. Others, many of us have tried not to be overtly political. At the end of the day, the world is in this together, and it is a tough thing to watch people try to score political points. I have been shocked at what they did in New York State to elderly people in nursing homes. And there was a directive. There's so much made about everything is being laid at Donald Trump's doorstep. Everything. It's his fault. In fact, there was one Sunday morning news show that I could rely on that wasn't going to get in my face with an anti-Trump agenda. CBS Sunday Morning. Love that show. Jane Pauley. It used to be Charles Kuralt. A lot about the arts. It's got great. I mean, they did a big profile on Mike Lindell from My Pillow a couple years ago. It was the last safe Sunday morning show. And what did they do? They had some correspondent do a whole hit piece on Trump's failed leadership over coronavirus. Nothing about all the things that were done that were enormous. All the manufacturing of hospitals and ventilators and all the mobilization. Listen, there have been mistakes made by everybody. The world was unprepared for this. Normal people know it. Politically biased hate mongers won't let this go. They're blaming everything on Trump. Everything. And I was so sickened. Now I got to stop watching CBS Sunday Morning, I guess. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It was like a full package about all of Trump's missteps, taking things he said. They didn't dare quote the governor of New York back in January or February. They didn't dare quote Nancy Pelosi saying, come to Chinatown. They didn't do any of that. It was all Trump, Trump, Trump. It's a sickness. It is a vile sickness to politicize a virus that has hurt and killed so many people, and a virus that has put our economy in a coma and is leading people to line up at food banks. This virus does not care if you're on the right or the left. It does not matter what your political beliefs are. We are Americans. We are on this planet, and we're fighting through A terrible chapter. The worst chapter as a country we've ever been through. Listen, 9/11, I've lived through that. That was horrible. Pearl Harbor, we've all been, I mean, this country has been through horrible things. There's a cruelty to say, leave your job, stop making money, sit at home, and wait for us to tell you it's okay to come out again. There's a cruelty to that, and we all know it. I had a Zoom call with my kids last night. One of my kids is prone to bouts of depression. Well, he's in it now. People who already have tendencies toward depression are in the thick of it because no one can seem to say when the end is in sight. But let me share with you something that maybe CBS Sunday Morning, instead of bashing the president, should think about talking about. There was a directive on March 25th from New York State Department of Health, guided by Andrew Cuomo. You know, he's the be all. He's the now the political home run hitter. His approval rating has soared. He's leading New York through this, and with his daily conferences. Well, have you heard what he did with the nursing homes there? I want you to brace yourself because you may not believe this. This is one of the most appalling things I've heard of throughout this entire coronavirus emergency. An approach, Andrew Cuomo's coronavirus nursing home policy has proved deadly and tragic. You may not be aware of it because naturally the mainstream media don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I'll tell you all about it next, here in the ReliefFactor.com studios as we welcome you in to a Monday. It's the final Monday in April, Monday, April 27th.